is a sacred space within you, a place untouched by fear, untouched by doubt. In that space, your reality is formed, not by what you see, but by what you believe. Today, I invite you to dwell in the end, to assume the feeling of your desired reality, and to recognize the divine power of your inner world. What you hold in your mind, what you nourish in your heart, becomes the shape of your life. This is not wishful thinking. This is creation. Conscious, deliberate, beautiful creation. Everything begins in the mind. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, every inner word you whisper to yourself is a seed. And just like seeds planted in the earth, the thoughts you nourish with your attention will grow. Some will bloom into joy, peace, and abundance. Others, if not gently released, will sprout into fear, lack, or limitation. The beautiful truth is this: you have the power to choose which thoughts you tend to. Your outer world is not separate from your inner world. It is not something happening to you, but something that is responding to you. Life reflects your dominant mental patterns, not once, but over and over again, until you awaken to the truth. Your reality is a mirror of your consciousness. If you want to change the reflection, you must first change the image you hold in your mind. Think of your mind as a sacred garden. You would not throw weeds and thorns into a garden you wish to see flourish. And yet so many people unknowingly plant doubt, worry, and self-criticism, then wonder why their lives feel chaotic or stagnant. The garden of your mind deserves the same care and attention you would give to anything precious. It thrives when fed with thoughts of love, joy, and possibility. You are not at the mercy of your past or your circumstances. You are not bound by what has happened to you. What matters now is what you are thinking, what you are choosing to focus on, and what you are willing to release. In every moment, you are either reinforcing an old pattern or creating a new one. The power lies in this present moment, and it lies within your mind. When you wake up in the morning, you are given a new opportunity to shape your day through your thoughts. You can choose to begin with gratitude. I am thankful for another day. You can speak love into your life. I am safe. I am loved. I am capable. These are not just pleasant words. They are energetic declarations. They are setting the tone for what follows. The universe responds not just to what you say, but to the feeling and belief behind your words. Speak from your heart and life listens. If you are struggling, do not criticize yourself for the thoughts that have taken root. Be gentle. Simply notice them. Bring your awareness to the patterns that no longer serve you. Say to yourself, this is a thought, not a truth. I have the power to change it. And then one by one begin to replace limiting beliefs with loving affirmation. Let these become the new seeds you plant. Your mind does not need to be filled with constant noise. It needs clarity. It needs kindness. It needs you to speak to it as you would a child who is learning, growing, and discovering. When fearful thoughts arise, you can soothe your mind with compassion. When judgment surfaces, you can meet it with understanding. You are not here to fight with your thoughts, but to guide them back to love, as your imagination is the workshop of creation. If you can picture something in your mind and feel it in your heart, you are already in the process of creating it. Don't wait for things to change outside before you shift your thinking. Shift your thoughts now. Begin to see yourself as whole, as successful, as at peace. Use your inner vision to paint the life you desire and trust that what you see within will eventually be expressed in your outer world. You don't have to know how everything will unfold. You simply have to hold the belief that something beautiful is already unfolding. The universe will meet you where your mind dwells most often. If you dwell in lack, you will experience more reasons to feel lack. If you dwell in abundance, your life will begin to mirror that abundance. This is not magic, it is alignment. So tend to your mind lovingly, feed it with positive affirmations, surround yourself with uplifting words, images, and thoughts. Let your mind become a sanctuary, a safe space where only truth, beauty, and love are allowed to stay. And if negative thoughts come, as they sometimes do, simply thank them for showing you where healing is needed and gently guide them to the door. Everything truly begins in the mind. And when you begin there, when you take the time to create peace, love, and confidence within, you will watch your outer world shift in ways you once only dreamed of. You are more powerful than you know, and the moment you believe this, the transformation begins. The feeling is the secret key. It is not merely what you say with your words or even what you think with your mind. It is what you feel in the deepest parts of your being that shapes your reality. Your emotions are the energetic signature of your beliefs. They are the language through which your inner world communicates with the universe. When you truly feel something, you are affirming it with the full power of your consciousness. And that feeling, when held with clarity and love, becomes magnetic. Many people believe that they need to struggle, strive, or wait endlessly for their dreams to come true. They place their desires in the distant future and say, one day I will have this, or maybe someday this will happen for me. But in doing so, they delay their own good. The universe responds not to distant hopes, but to present feelings. When you feel that something is already yours, you align yourself with the vibration of having it. That is when things begin to move. That is when unseen forces begin to arrange themselves for your highest good. The truth is simple and powerful. When you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you become one with it. You are no longer separated by doubt, by distance, or by time. You are already living it within your heart. That feeling becomes your point of attraction, your inner broadcast. And the universe responds to your broadcast with experiences that match it. Think of how you feel when you are truly joyful. It is not forced. It flows naturally. It is light, expansive, and effortless. That is the frequency of creation. That is the frequency of miracles. When you align yourself with joy, not because of what is happening around you, but simply because you choose it within, you become a beacon for more joy to enter your life. When you desire something, you must go beyond thinking about it. You must begin to feel it. Ask yourself, what would it feel like to already have this? What would it feel like to be deeply loved, to be financially free, to be healed, whole, and at peace? Don't wait for those conditions to manifest in the physical world. Begin by summoning those feelings within. Practice them gently, like you would practice a beautiful melody. You do not need to force it, you simply need to allow it. You are always feeling something. Most of the time, those feelings arise from old stories, past wounds, or unconscious fears. But you are not a victim of your feelings. You are the creator of them. And you can choose to feel something new. Even if your outer world has not yet changed, your inner world can shift in an instant. And the moment your inner world changes, your outer world must follow. It is law. If you feel fear, don't push it away. Love it. Recognize it as a part of you that is still learning, still healing. Sit with it gently, and then ask it to step aside. Because now you are choosing something else. You are choosing trust. You are choosing peace. You are choosing to dwell in the vibration of what you truly desire. Feeling is not pretending, it is knowing. It is the quiet confidence that what you desire is already flowing to you, even if you cannot see it yet. It is the warmth of expectation, the ease of trust. When you feel that something is already done, your energy becomes calm, your actions become inspired, and your words carry power. You stop chasing and start attracting. You stop doubting and start allowing. One of the most powerful things you can do is create space each day to sit in the feeling of your desired reality. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, picture your life exactly as you want it to be. But don't just see it, feel it. Feel the peace, the joy, the freedom. Let it fill your body, your heart, your mind. Let it become familiar. Let it become your new normal. And then walk through your day as someone who already lives in that feeling. This is not about fantasy. This is about alignment. When you carry the feeling of your desired life within you, you align yourself with that life. It is drawn to you because you are no longer a match to what you fear. You are a match to what you love. The feeling is the secret key because it bypasses logic. It moves beyond the conscious mind and sends a signal to the deeper part of you, the part that is always creating, always attracting, always listening. That deeper part is not concerned with what is or isn't real. It responds to your feelings as truth. So choose your truth wisely. Feel on purpose. You are not waiting for your life to change. Your life is waiting for you to feel differently, to feel as if it's already yours, to feel as if you are already enough. Because you are. You always have been. And once you know that, once you feel it, everything begins to transform. To live from the end means to embody the truth of your desire as though it is already fulfilled. It is not about hoping, wishing, or waiting. It is about becoming the version of yourself who already has what they seek. You do not chase the outcome. You align with it. You do not beg the universe to give you what you want. You realize that life mirrors your inner state, and when you begin to live as if your good is already yours, it must come into form. When you live from the end, you make a quiet, sacred decision. It is already done, not because you see the evidence yet, but because you trust in the invisible forces working on your behalf. You stop asking, when will it happen? And you start affirming, it is happening now. This shift in awareness is subtle, yet powerful. It moves you out of lack and into fulfillment, out of fear and into faith, out of resistance and into allowing. Living from the end does not mean pretending. It means embodying. It means feeling the emotions of peace, joy, and gratitude as if your desire is already present. Because when you feel it fully, you become it. And once you become it, your reality bends to match your vibration. You are not separate from your dreams. They are not floating somewhere far away waiting to be found. They already exist within the field of infinite possibilities. The only thing that determines whether you experience them or not is your alignment. Are you aligned with a version of you who already has it? Are you thinking, speaking, feeling, and acting as if it's already yours? Every time you worry, you place your focus on what is missing. Every time you doubt, you delay the very thing you desire. But when you return to the feeling of the end, when you return to the knowing that it is already done, you become magnetic, you become calm. You no longer operate from a place of need, but from a place of wholeness. And in that wholeness, life flows. You cannot live in fear and expect love. You cannot dwell in lack and expect abundance. You must choose the inner state that matches the life you wish to create. That is the essence of living from the end. You are not waiting for things to change so you can feel better. You are choosing to feel better now because you know that feeling is the doorway to change. Your subconscious mind responds to repetition, belief, and emotion. When you consistently affirm that your desire is fulfilled, not in desperation, but in loving trust, you reprogram your inner world. You create a new pattern. And this new pattern sends out a new signal, one that life cannot ignore. It does not matter what others say. It does not matter what your past has been. It does not even matter what your current circumstances look like. What matters is what you believe. What matters is what you feel. And what matters is what you continue to practice day by day, moment. So start asking yourself, how would I feel if I already had it? How would I walk, speak, breathe, and live? Then begin to do those things now. Even if it's just a little at a time, even if you don't feel fully confident yet, begin anyway. Because every step you take in faith brings you closer to your vision, not because the world is changing, but because you are. Living from the end is the ultimate act of self-love. It says, I am worthy of this now. It says, I do not have to prove myself or earn my desires. I only need to receive them. You no longer struggle to create from willpower. Instead, you allow yourself to receive from alignment. You start treating yourself as someone who is already supported. You begin to speak to yourself with kindness. You nurture your dreams as though they are real, because to you, they already are. And as you do this, your energy shifts. People respond to you differently. Opportunities begin to appear. Synchronicities line up. It's not magic, it's the law of life responding to your new inner identity. There is no need to force or rush the process. Just return to the feeling. Return to the knowing. Remind yourself gently throughout the day, it is already mine. And let that become your truth. Let it guide your choices, shape your posture, and direct your focus. As you stay in that energy, your outer world will begin to rearrange itself, not through struggle, but through grace. You are the creator of your experience. You are the painter of your reality. And when you choose to live from the end, you are choosing to live as the most empowered, radiant version of yourself. That version is not waiting. That version is not hoping. That version is living the dream. And that version of you is who you are right now. Your inner reality is more powerful than anything that appears outside of you. The world may tell you who you are. It may give you reasons to feel small, to feel discouraged, to give up on yourself. But you must remember this truth. Nothing on the outside has power unless you give it permission. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, these are the true architects of your life. When your inner reality is aligned with love, worthiness, and vision, the outer world must eventually conform to it. It may not happen overnight. There may be moments when it seems like nothing is changing, like your prayers are unheard, like your affirmations are just words. But do not be fooled by appearances. The outer world is slow to reflect what is instantly true in your inner world. That's why you must remain faithful to your inner reality, even when the evidence hasn't yet shown up. Faith is the bridge. It connects the invisible with the visible, the unmanifest. You are always creating from the inside out. Most people think the world determines how they should feel. They say, if I get the job, then I'll feel secure. If I find love, then I'll feel worthy. If everything goes well, then I'll be happy. But that is a backward way of living. It gives power to things that are temporary and changeable. True transformation begins when you decide, I will feel secure now. I will feel worthy now. I will feel happy now. Because that is who I choose to be. When you anchor yourself in that truth, life begins to mirror it. This is not about denying your current circumstances. It's not about pretending that challenges don't exist. It's about choosing not to give those challenges authority over your inner world. You can look difficulty in the face and still say, I know who I am, I know where I'm going, I know this too shall pass. When you stand in that kind of quiet power, the winds may blow, but you are not moved. You are rooted in your inner truth. What you consistently hold in your consciousness becomes the pattern of your life. If you believe you are limited, life will reflect limits. If you believe you are blessed, life will reflect blessings. It is not personal, it is universal law. The outer is always following the inner. The soil does not question the seed. It simply brings forth whatever is planted and nurtured. Your thoughts and feelings are those seeds. So plant carefully, water them with love, nurture them with faith, and do not dig them up with doubt. If you continue to believe in the truth of your inner reality, despite appearances, something miraculous begins to happen. The old reality begins to dissolve, the old fears begin to fade, and a new version of your life begins to emerge, quietly, steadily, and beautifully. You have the power to override any circumstance by returning to your center. Your center is the place within you that knows you are already whole, already enough, already loved. No outer rejection, loss, or delay can touch this place. It is sacred, it is your sanctuary, and the more time you spend dwelling in it, the more peace and clarity you bring into every aspect of your life. The world may offer distractions, noise, and fear, but you are not required to absorb them. You can observe the world without becoming entangled in it. You can see what's happening and still choose your own thoughts. You can feel your emotions and still choose your direction. That is mastery. That is freedom. That is where true power lives, not in controlling others or bending reality by force, but in mastering your own state of being. You must remind yourself, I am not my circumstances. I am not my past. I am not defined by anyone else's opinions or limitations. I am a powerful creator, and my inner world sets the tone for my outer experience. This knowing changes everything. You no longer beg life to give you scraps of happiness. You rise up and claim your birthright. You no longer chase after validation. You affirm your worth from within. And from that place of inner knowing, life begins to shift. Doors open. Opportunities find you. Relationships reflect your inner self-respect. Yes, there will be moments when the old reality tests you, when fear whispers, nothing is working. But that's when you must return to your truth. That's when you say, even now, I choose to believe in what I feel within. Even now, I choose to stay aligned with what I know is possible. Your inner conviction is the force that reshapes your world. Everything begins within. Everything changes from the inside out. Hold fast to your vision. Feel it as real. See it in your mind. Trust it with your heart. And walk through life as someone who already lives in that reality. Because the moment you do, the world has no choice but to catch up with your inner light. And your imagination is not a fantasy, not an escape, and certainly not something to be dismissed as childish. Your imagination is the purest channel through which divine intelligence speaks to you. It is the sacred canvas where your desires are born and where your future takes shape. Every image, every dream, every inspired thought that flows through your imagination is evidence of the creative life force that resides within you. Too often, people overlook their imagination, thinking it's not practical or realistic, but the truth is, everything you see around you, Every invention, every building, every relationship, every work of art began first as a thought, as an image, as a vision. Someone imagined it before it became real. Someone dared to see beyond the current circumstances and believe in something greater. And that same divine power that flowed through them flows through you. When you close your eyes and allow yourself to dream, you are not escaping reality. You are creating it. You are stepping into the field of infinite potential where all things are possible. The imagination is the spiritual blueprint of what is to come. If you can see it in your mind and feel it in your heart, it can and will take form in your life. Do not limit yourself by what the world tells you is reasonable. Do not shrink your vision to match the fears of others. Your imagination is not bound by logic or by the past. It is guided by higher wisdom. It sees the invisible and makes it visible. It reaches into the unknown and brings back miracles. The divine speaks to you through images, dreams, symbols, and feelings. When a vision enters your mind and won't let go, pay attention. That is not an accident. That is a message from your higher self inviting you to co-create with the universe. It may not make sense at first. It may even seem impossible. But the moment you honor it, believe in it, and nourish it with faith, you activate a force greater than anything in the material world. You are not separate from this power. It lives in you. Your imagination is not just yours. It is the mind of the divine, expressing itself through you, uniquely and beautifully. Every time you imagine a better life, a healed body, a loving relationship, or a new beginning, you are aligning with the highest version of yourself. So use your imagination wisely. Use it deliberately. Let it become a tool for transformation instead of a place for worry. Most people use their imagination against themselves. They picture the worst. They rehearse fears. They dwell in what could go wrong. But you can choose differently. You can reclaim your imagination and fill it with images of joy, abundance, and love. You can decide to imagine the best, not the worst. And as you do, you will notice your feelings begin to shift. You'll feel lighter, more hopeful, more empowered. That feeling is not just emotion. It is alignment. It is the signal that you are now in tune with divine intelligence. The more time you spend in that place, seeing your dream as done, feeling your wish fulfilled, the faster the universe responds, because it always does. It always matches the energy you hold within. The process is simple but sacred. Imagine, feel, believe, and allow. Let your inner world be filled with beautiful thoughts. Do not let doubt or delay discourage you. Your job is not to figure out the how. Your job is to trust the way and surrender the rest. Divine intelligence already knows the way. Even when nothing around you has changed, if your inner vision is strong, the change has already begun. Keep returning to your vision. Keep seeing the life you desire as already yours. Speak from it. Act from it. Move through your day as if it were true, because it is. In the divine realm, time does not exist the way we know it. What you imagine in full belief already exists. You are simply walking toward its physical expression. Your imagination is the key to freedom, the path to healing, the bridge to manifestation. Do not let it be buried under doubt or dismissed by fear. Protect it, cherish it. Feed it daily with thoughts of beauty and possibility. Let it stretch and grow. Let it surprise you. You are more powerful than you realize, and your imagination is your proof. Everything you need is already within you. Everything you desire is already imagined. So go ahead and see it clearly, feel it deeply, and know with quiet certainty it is done, because divine intelligence never lies, and it always works through your inner vision first. Your imagination is your sacred gift. Use it well. Let it lead you home. Assume with love, act with faith, and watch how your world begins to reflect the light within you. Every thought you think, every belief you hold is a seed planted in the garden of your life. When you assume from love, you plant seeds of peace, healing, abundance, and joy. And when you move through life with faith, calm, trusting, and unwavering, you give those seeds the sunlight and water they need to bloom. Your assumptions are powerful. They form the foundation of your experience. If you assume the best, life finds ways to meet you there. If you assume the worst, even blessings can appear as burdens. That's why it's so important to watch your inner dialogue. What are you assuming about yourself, about others, about your future? Are your assumptions kind, loving, expansive, or are they filled with fear, doubt, and you are not here to live a life based on fear. You are here to awaken to the truth of who you are. A creator, a vessel of love, a being of divine light. When you begin to assume that life supports you, that people treat you well, that everything is working out for your highest good, you shift your vibration, and from that shift, new realities begin to emerge. But love alone is not enough. You must act with faith. It is one thing to believe something in your mind. It is another to walk it out in your life. Faith is not just a feeling, it is a decision. It is the quiet, steady energy that moves you forward, even when you can't yet see the finish line. Acting with faith means showing up as the person you want to become before the evidence appears. It means trusting in the unseen and moving in alignment with your inner knowing. Faith does not require perfection. It simply asks you to believe more in the power of love than in the illusion of fear. Every time you act with faith, you anchor your belief deeper into your reality. You begin to live as if your desire is already here, already done, and when you do that, you collapse time. You become a magnet for everything that matches your inner certainty. There may be moments when doubt tries to creep in, when the outer world tempts you to give up or second-guess your path. In those moments, return to your heart. Return to the feeling of love. Remind yourself why you chose to believe in the first place. Love is your compass. Faith is your fuel. Together they are unstoppable. Assume with love that you are already enough, already whole, already worthy. Let go of the idea that you have to prove yourself or earn your blessings. You are not here to chase anything. You are here to receive what is already yours by divine right. Assume that good things are flowing to you even now. Assume that your body knows how to heal, that your heart knows how to love, that your spirit knows the way forward. And then act with faith. Take the steps, even if they're small. Say the words, even if your voice shakes. Show up for your dreams, even when no one is watching. Because every act of faith builds a bridge between your inner world and the life you're calling in. Faith doesn't mean you never feel afraid. It means you don't let fear stop you. It means you keep going, keep trusting, keep creating. It means that even when the clouds roll in, you know the sun is still shining behind them. Your trust is not in circumstances. It's in your connection to divine intelligence. That is what holds you. That is what guides you. There is no force greater than love, and no strength more enduring than faith. When you combine the two, you become unstoppable. You don't need all the answers. You don't need everything to be perfect. You just need to assume with love and act with faith. Keep choosing thoughts that uplift you. Keep visualizing outcomes that bless you. Keep walking with a quiet certainty that all is unfolding as it should. The universe responds to your inner conviction. Your loving assumptions and faithful actions are the sacred language it understands. So breathe deeply, stand tall, smile often, speak kindly to yourself, and remember, you are powerful, you are supported, and you are being led every step of the way. Love is your starting point, faith is your guide, and your life will rise to meet the truth you hold within. Let it be gentle, let it be joyful, let it be real. Because when you assume with love and act with faith, miracles are not just possible, they are inevitable.